Make sure the beard's all good and shit. Using the mirror right there to check on the beard. The beard. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 24 of Break Time. I'm Alex.
I'm Eman.
And thank you for tuning into this very business casually dressed episode.
No, on his part, very business casually dressed.
Yeah, I'm very business casual. Eman.
I'm dressed like the reincarnation of Pablo Escobar.
Yes, you look like you're going to. I don't even know where you look like you're. You look like you're going to marry a tequila bottle. I think that's what you look like.
Stop recording again.
So me and Eman, as you can see, are dressed very nice today. For one, I'm dressed nice because the last two episodes I wore the same exact shirt 2 weeks in a row. So I wanted to be certain that I dressed different. And then when I showed up and I looked dapper as hell, Eman wanted to jump on the bandwagon.
When he fucking walked in, he had a suit. He had a nice tie on.
First
a nice
off, I didn't.
Shirt tucked in.
You didn't
nice
see me
shoes
when
on.
I walked in. I walked into your house and I was like, okay. I walked up to your room. You were doing something.
Yeah.
And I was just in here waiting for you to walk in. And you walked in, you walked in a robe and went, oh shit.
You skipped the shit. Walking in a bathrobe, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Eman walked in a bathrobe, and then he decided that he was going to dress a little better.
Just throwing on fucking jeans and a El Chapo
And a nice shirt. Well, you actually just threw on the shirt.
Yeah.
And you just had on shorts. And then when we looked in the footage, we could see that you could kind of see
my shorts.
His shorts. So he's like, shit.
Yeah. I look all dapper because this guy. But you know what, man?
Yeah.
We're doing it. We're here.
Well, I was out with my good buddy Moses trying to spread the good word of our Lord and Savior,
Jesus
Amish Christ.
Bringing that Mormonism over here, man.
Amish.
You
Yes.
look very Mormon too, man.
Thank you. I'm trying to find a happy medium with only riding horses and
using iPads and doing podcasts.
Yes.
How's that going?
It's going good.
Why is your beard looking so crispy tonight, dog?
Is that good or bad?
It's good, man.
What do you mean by crispy?
Like it looks like it's like a deep, rich black, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm getting this thing where my beard.
It's the whole Amish thing, dude.
Yeah, well, like it grows out straight.
Yeah.
Like it's coming out.
See
you see that?
Well, because you keep training it that way.
Like I look like the villain from the Powerpuff Girls, the red guy who's like the devil.
Oh.
Yeah, he's called him.
Fuck.
Yeah. You know, he's like gay or something in the show, or like he's like a tranny in the show. Do you remember?
Yes.
He's like a tranny in the show, but he's the devil in the show.
Yeah.
So is that like, some super conservative show writer?
Are you sure he's the devil?
He's the devil.
I definitely recall him having lobster claws, bro.
He looked like the devil.
Nah, man.
Dude, he looked just like the devil, but I was gonna say I think that was like the conservative writers trying to push gay is bad on us,
some subliminal bullshit
as little kids. Yeah, dude, he totally looked like the devil, and I will.
Yeah, he looked like the devil, but he had lobster hands.
Yeah,
man.
I'll put up a picture on screen right now of him from the Powerpuff Girls. I'll remind myself to do that. But yeah, and then look, while I'm looking that up, I'm showing him on right now. Dude, he's totally the devil. That's the devil. Dude, they totally made him look like the devil.
Oh, man.
You don't think so?
Nah.
I think they made him look just like the devil.
Oh, with the
yeah,
beard,
like
right?
the pointy ears, the red, and he used to have like this like dimension or place he would go to that like was on fire.
Hey, Powerpuff Girl.
Hey, Powerpuff Girl.
That shit was weird, man.
Yeah.
What was the deal with that?
I have no idea. That is okay. So enough about the Powerpuff Girls.
Honestly, right?
Yeah, kids shows were just so
good.
Yeah, good. And look, there he is.
Yeah.
Kids shows were so good, but I think they were. I feel like in the '90s they weren't afraid to like go
90s,
for it.
2000s. When do you think? What was the cutoff, man? When was the last shebang? You know what I mean? What was the peak
Of cartoons or
of
just
cartoons?
kids shows?
Kid shows.
Well, I feel like the last time they were doing not edgy things, but the last time it was genuinely funny.
Yeah.
Was, I feel like Disney did this. Like Disney went into the slow Disney went into the slow descent of making their content for 10-year-olds.
Well, we're talking about
very early.
Disney. I mean, just kid shows in general.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like I think Disney did it before everyone else. Like where they went like where everything's stupid, everything's like just on so that a new group of 10-year-olds will watch it every year.
Yeah, man.
I think that Nickelodeon was the last one with. I mean, we've talked about it. I think like iCarly and Victorious were like the last like kid shows.
Yeah.
Or like young adult shows that were like, oh, this is actually funny and this has some adult content to it. But as far as like cartoons, I think definitely that era of Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Cow and Chicken was before that, I think, like a little bit before it.
Before that.
Yeah. Well, the Powerpuff Girls were on at the same time, I believe, but the Powerpuff Girls and Johnny Bravo, I think, outlasted those other shows a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And then like Foster's Home kind of made that transition. And you had like the weird shows like Flapjack and Adventure Time and the regular show.
That was an odd era.
Yeah, and then now you just kind of have watered down just
versions
junk.
Of that.
Exactly. Yeah, like they went Adventure Time and Flapjack was really good. Let's do that, but
Adventure
bad.
Time, Flapjack, and what's that show? Not Rick and Morty. The two roommates, they worked at a amusement park. Or
The regular show.
The regular show.
The regular show. Yeah.
That
Those
was like
were good.
The height of Cartoon Network.
I don't know about the height, but that was definitely like in our time, that was the height.
Yeah.
But I think like as far as in general, I think the big height of Cartoon Network was Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Samurai Jack, when they just had like literally shows.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Right. Because like we can go like, oh, well, what was hot in this few years of Cartoon Network? It was like, oh, it was Foster's Home.
Yeah.
What was big during that? Like Cartoon Network went through a point where they only had one big show every couple years. But before that, you know, it was like all the good shows. And then Dexter's Lab, I didn't mention that.
Dexter's Lab was killer, man. It was killer. What really fucked me up was the descent of SpongeBob. SpongeBob was so iconic,
It used to be smart.
It was like our generation's Mickey Mouse, dude.
Yeah.
The content was incredible. The jokes were incredible.
It used to be like, because I remember I would read this thing about how they linked, or they were trying to link, like, how kids would not think properly, or like somehow watching SpongeBob at a young age made them dumber or whatever. Did you ever read that?
That was a big thing.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
So, but my thing was that like SpongeBob was dumb humor, but it was like smart dumb humor.
It was
like
so smart.
Yeah. Like, have you ever seen The Office?
Yeah.
So you know, like The Office, just totally off the wall, dumb things. You're like, these are ignorant people. But
right.
the show, the writing.
Yes.
Is so smart.
That's what it is.
And SpongeBob was like that at the beginning, and it was just fun. It actually had morals to it. And then all of a sudden, like, it got to the point where it was just like SpongeBob and Patrick just screw things up. Like, that's... Yeah. It just became like a reoccurring just...
It's very odd.
Yeah, it just kind of became a parody of itself in a way. And it was really... I don't know.
I don't know if the creators were different or the producing team was different. Yeah. But something happened, man, and a flip was switched where you turned it on like 1 week and it was just a completely different show. Yeah,
I don't know why that was a thing. Or why they...
that happened.
Yeah, but going back from cartoons, I know we just started and we went straight into the cartoons, but we do have a few topics, well, a few things that we have written out that we can kind of choose to follow or not follow, such as the nature of the show for the most part. But Eman, like I do every week, going to ask you how your week was. And to my understanding, you had something that you wanted to talk about and something that you wanted to show me.
I had something that you wanted to hear talk about.
Okay. Well, you said you had something, and I was like, save it for the podcast.
Yeah, you said save it.
I don't care what it is. Like, save it for the podcast.
I had a fun week, man. I had a really fun week. Saturday. What the hell's today? Sunday?
Today's Sunday. Sunday night.
Friday was cheat day, man. So as you know, Isaac, me and my boy Isaac, we've been doing this no sugar diet.
Yeah.
Pretty much been eating salad, fruit, nuts for the past like month, dude. So finally we get a cheat day on Friday, man. We just pigged the fuck out. That was a lot of fun. A lot of stories to be told in that, not even involving us, just other people. Crazy shit happened that day, but I can't really get into it. The next day though, just a typical day at work. That was yesterday. A typical day at work, man.
Wait, so your cheat day is Friday?
It was Friday.
Oh, okay. That's funny. My cheat day is Friday.
Good shit, dude.
Yeah, so...
My cheat day is every day.
I was about to say, my cheat day is Friday and also Sunday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's a typical day at work. It's like a 5 to 9 shift, which is rare to get a 4-hour shift. So I was cooling, man. I was just chilling.
And this was on Saturday?
Sunday. This
Sunday.
is yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
You mean today?
What's today?
Today's Sunday.
Fucking Sunday. This was yesterday, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Jesus Christ.
So this was Saturday.
This was Saturday.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, chilling, dude. My boy Devin, he's my coworker. He walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, man, we can go to this Halloween party, bro." And like, I was like, "Man, it's kind of short notice, dude. I'm kind of tired. I'm just chill."
Is he the one who's helping us with the mics?
That's JB.
Okay.
I like JB.
Go ahead. I just want to see if I could get an image in my mind of who it was.
No, just thinking of JB makes me laugh. But so I'm like, fuck it, man. Like after an hour after the shift, I'm convinced. I'll say, fuck it, man. I'm just go to this party and we'll show face and bounce. So he scoops me up. But before we leave for work, we have to like put together some bullshit costumes, dude. So I said, you know what, man? I was a cop last year, or I was like an agent last year. I'm going to be a detective this year. Just play into what I was last year. It'd be super easy. And so we go to Target, right? He buys like a bullshit Darth Vader mask. And I bought so I needed police gear, right? But they don't sell individual police gear, okay? So they stole like a whole police costume that came with the props. But I needed the props. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna just buy the whole costume, but it's a Halloween store. It's the Halloween department at Target, which is geared for kids. So this fucking outfit was meant for like 7-year-olds. Yep. But I knew that. But the props were just fine. In fact, that's some of the props up there hanging up.
Yeah. I have a thing that I'll tell you after. Okay.
Okay.
Just go ahead.
So I get my props, get my shit, we bounce.
How much did the costume cost?
It's like $16.
Okay.
Super cheap. So get my shit, we bounce. Get home, get changed real quick, go to the party. And I wasn't going to drink. So I told myself I wasn't going to get fucked up, right? Flash forward like an hour and a half later, I'm fucked up, man. Bro, it was a good time. It was a great party. But so I go home, right? I get dropped off.
Yeah.
And I'm still fucked up, dude. I walk in the house and I was kind of rushing to change when I first got home after work to put on my costume, that I just threw the rest of the costume on the bed and just took the props. So I come home, walk into my room, and in my state, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, bro. I see this costume on the bed, and I'm like, hey, man, it's a whole costume sitting there. Let me just try to squeeze into it. I mean, Halloween's coming up. Let me just see how it looks. No. So mind you, I'm a 6'1", 190-pound black guy, right? I say black because it just adds to it. And I squeeze into this costume meant for 7-year-olds. I just cracked myself the fuck up, man. I don't know what I was thinking, dog.
Careful, you still attached to Bluetooth.
Okay, yeah, it's no audio.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
my dick.
No!
It's like a fucking strap.
Did I put this on screen? Do I put it on screen?
Go ahead and put it on screen. I don't care. Oh, God. Okay. So, your phone locked. Like that.
Yeah, let me see it again. So, okay, so this costume is meant for like what, a 9-year-old?
Like a 7-year-old, man. Mind you, the pants are not going to they're stopping about halfway at my shin. Those are just tight ass shorts I have on, bro. Those aren't even pants anymore. Do you see my dick? I'm
not gonna lie, man. It's pretty hot.
Sure, it's hot, but it's like cutting off circulation. My veins are all bulging and shit.
So you were drunk and you put that on?
Yeah. I look like a fucking stripper, don't I?
I love that photo.
I don't know what I was thinking, man.
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
That's cool, dude.
That's the thumbnail.
That's cool, bro.
We found the thumbnail.
That is hilarious.
So, I was gonna say, and I know this kind of not takes away from the story, but like, and maybe it's only because we just had this interaction.
Yeah.
But you wanted to be a detective, right? So what was the costume that you ended up wearing?
I wore my black dress pants, shoes that I wear at Best Buy, which are like black dress shoes. I had a white button-up shirt, long sleeve, a dress shirt. I put that police badge around my neck like it was hanging. I had the cuffs hanging from my pocket, and I had a Bluetooth, like an earpiece in.
Oh, okay. Well, because I was gonna say, like, if you were just gonna do like an agent like that, or like a detective, I was gonna say you could have wore exactly that. But just like, you could have gone to Spirit Halloween and paid $3 for the one that goes around your neck.
Dude, this was super last
minute,
I
get you.
Dude.
But you also could have wore the coat. Like the
trench coat?
Yeah, detectives do trench coats. You've never seen Law and Order?
No, I completely understand, man. But it was a little too much, dude. We were trying to bounce and get to the fucking party. Yeah.
He was like, this was easier. This was easier.
This is a lot easier because we had to go to Target. I work at Best Buy. It's in the same parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't there a Spirit? No, there's actually not.
And then it was super late that we got out. Got out like 9:30.
Oh, what time was the party?
Party was like 11 some shit or 10.
Lame.
It didn't end till then.
No.
It ended like 3 in the morning,
I
dog.
don't go to parties, so I wouldn't even know. So.
You should, man. You should start.
Lame.
You should definitely start.
Not a party person.
You don't even know what you are, dog.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. I mean, we've talked about it.
Yeah. You just haven't been to a crazy party. I want to see you, man. I was thinking about this earlier, dog.
I guess, man. But I don't even like when we go places and people are dancing.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
See, that's
here?
fucked up. It shouldn't.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. That's just not me. Like
you, man.
It does almost like because and me and Serena were having this conversation the other day.
Yeah.
Or actually today.
Yeah.
Because today I woke up and she texted me and she goes like, "Hey, what do you want to do today?" And I'm like, nothing.
Oh, I feel you on that.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I'm getting up. I'm gonna watch Arrow forever, and I'm gonna just.
I feel you on that.
Not do nothing, but like that's me. Like if, like it puts you this way.
Yeah.
When we had perfect example, when me and you would throw like the holiday parties in like like middle school and shit,
right?
Like how like we would have like the best quote unquote parties, like people would say like we had really good parties or whatever.
Hey,
like
man,
middle school,
no air quotes, we fucking did.
Okay, so for middle school we had the best holiday parties. We would always have like a Christmas party, a Halloween party, and like an end of the year party.
Spring break party, end of the year party.
Spring break party, end of the year party. Yeah, but it was middle school, and my dad was my dad plays in a band, and my dad has all the sound equipment. So like he has the speakers,
expensive setup, beautiful.
Yeah, the speakers, the lights, the little DJ booth, everything. So every time we had a party, that was like the main attraction. Like we would have lights.
The equipment is not kept at his house, so any of you prying hands.
Yeah, it's not kept at my house at all.
Yeah.
It's actually kept at the warehouse, actually on Wiseman Road. I'm kidding. No, no, like this nice setup, right?
Yeah.
And he would have all that, and that was like the prime attraction. Like we'd have the music blaring out. At the time, it was like Usher, like Usher blaring, and like the lights.
DJ God is falling in love again. And that song came out, it was popping like a G6, like a G6. Remember that shit? Dance like it's the last. Remember that one though? Now I'm feeling so fly like a G6. Yes, man.
Yeah. Oh god.
That shit was popping when it came out.
Remember who was it that would say cheese stick?
That was Winter.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like a cheese stick.
Anyway, so we used to have like these amazing parties,
yeah.
And the parties were, I feel like, a direct product of Eman's personality and my personality, kind of like clashing in the parties, because like I remember we used to have this conversation, and you'd be like, "Nah, man, just like do the music outside, and people will do what they want. Like it'll be fun." And I would always like set it up inside, so, like you couldn't hear anything. There was snacks and shit. So like, yeah, I would do that. I was like I'd be outside like.
Cause you want to like organize party games at this time, and like everybody meet here to do this at this time. Like you wanted that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like that was me.
Yeah.
And you were the opposite. But like we found like after like the first party, we found this happy medium where we realized like, hey, just make inside quiet. Like I remember one year when we had the Halloween party, a bunch of people like hooked up, but middle school hooked up, not like they went and like banged or anything.
Yeah.
But, like they were just like everyone was getting together and stuff and cuddling up and crap. But like because that was when we're outside, all the party music and stuff was going on. But then we like inside we had like scary
party
movies
of 7th grade.
Yeah.
Spring break party of 7th grade.
But
that's what I tell people. Like we all collectively hit puberty at that time.
Oh god! Oh, before we get to that,
go ahead.
But just to round out the party thing, we just found a happy medium of people like would be outside chilling out, playing around and stuff, or not playing around, but like dancing and doing all that. And then inside, like that was more my speed because I would be inside just talking to people, watching movies, hanging out. But like we had the best of both worlds. So like if we had folks that were friends that were introverted, they would stay inside and still have fun.
Yeah.
And then if we had folks that were like extroverted or they wanted to dance, they would go outside, or people would be mixing and stuff.
Yeah, you get tired of dancing, come inside, or vice versa.
Yeah, and but yeah, man, like that party that you're talking about, I remember that because that was like
go ahead.
God, no.
This is why I even brought it up, man. It goes back to the thing of like, I just want to see you cut loose, man. I want to see you get to that side of yourself because you've never seen it before. You've never seen it. You might be a fucking. You might love it, dude. You might love it.
Like I'm a crab, man.
No, you're like I used to be the same way, which is why I'm speaking from experience, dude. Like you're like, I'm better than this, or you just judge yourself, or why am I doing this? This isn't right.
It's not that.
It
I'm just
feels
like
inherently
I feel like
wrong.
It's not that it feels wrong. Like I'm totally fine with everyone else doing it. Y'all do it.
Right. You just feel out of place.
I guess it's that. I don't know. I just feel like that's not my thing. Like, you know what I mean?
I kind of get it.
Because like even like let me put it this way. Even when when it was my 21st birthday, we went to Corpus, and I just got, how do the kids say it when you get super drunk?
Fucked up, lit.
Yeah, lit.
Yeah.
I got light, as the kids say, and I like sat in the corner of the room drunk like one of the nights. Like that was just it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. Like that's.
But look, man, it's like all that's happening in that scenario is people just cutting loose and like letting go of inhibitions and just living in the moment. That's what it is. It's just living in the present moment, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I bring it back to that party where we all collectively hit puberty together. I say that because it's fucking gross saying it now because we were in the 7th grade, but that was the most sexual party like that's cool.
Yeah,
I've
everyone
ever seen.
like every girl all of a sudden learned how to hump each other that night,
dude.
and
people were fucking.
didn't you go make out with someone?
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, you
But
did.
listen, dude, at a certain point in the party, I'm getting my shit on, bro. Like, oh, I'm cutting the rug. My shirt's all busted open.
It sounds like a TV show, like the perfect storm of like 'cause I feel like we had a lot of moments in our growing up where it was like a sitcom or something.
Yeah.
Because like for that party, I remember like your thing, like cut to Eman's scene, and Eman was like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have the DJ. We got the food and all that. It's gonna be great." And then me, I remember very distinctly. The only thing I was worried about was, and I'm just gonna speak freely, but at the time I was not dating, and this is in middle school. At the time I was not with Serena.
Yeah.
I was dating in middle school this girl named Winter. And she was coming down from Austin, and that's all I could think about. Like I was like, oh, she's gonna be down here. I gotta impress her with the party. I gotta make sure we make time. And then that really awkward thing happened where she got there, and everyone was having a good time. You're like, oh, hey, Winter. And I walked up to her, and we tried to talk, and it was awkward, and nothing was happening.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I remember that, and I remember being like, shit. And I remember getting really upset, and then that's when everyone started grinding on each other, and like for a moment it was totally like a TV show where I was defeated and depressed. Yeah. So then I was like in the circle with the people getting grinded on. I remember that. Do you remember?
Okay, listen. This is why I say that, man.
Hold on, but
I do.
But then do you remember when somebody ran up? It was like Matt. Matt ran up and went, dude, Jacoby and so are flipping over the ice chest with the soda. Do you remember that?
I think it was Brian Zaragoza.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I remember Jacoby was one of them. It was like Jacoby and Brian Zaragoza. And I remember I went, well, Matt, did you tell him something? He went, no, I came to tell you. And I was like, why didn't you say anything? And he goes, well, I came to tell you. And I was like, Matt, you asshole.
I fucking love Matt, dude.
So then I walked over, and Matt with his laugh.
Listen, man.
No, but then I remember that I walked over and I yelled at them, and it was like I just called the cops because they all scattered, and we were
like rodents, dude.
We were in my backyard, so they didn't go anywhere. They just scattered.
Like fucking rodents. Okay, so like I bring that up, right? Because I recall a certain point. It's like the hide in the night, dog. I'm in a circle of like girls.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna check on the camera.
Girls, right?
Yeah,
my boy Matthew's probably in the circle with me. We're just cutting the fucking rug, getting grinded on and shit. And then I look over at you, and you're getting grinded on by 2 girls, but you look like your dick is being grinded off with a cheese grater. Like that was the level of uncomfort you had in your face, bro. And I was like, what the hell? Like you're in paradise right now, and you just couldn't like accept it. But I guess I didn't know that you were so fucked up over the
something else
thing.
Was going on. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
DJ didn't have me falling in love that night.
Damn, come on, Usher. He couldn't do it.
Wasn't happening. You know
that
what, man?
Was fucking great, man.
You know, and sometimes I just get so sick, of love songs.
So sick of love songs.
No, but dude, I like. It's not dumb, but like it's hard to look. It's like you said, it's a little disgusting to think back on it because like we're all like in 7th grade.
Gross.
But like those were like our memories. Like that was that was such a big thing for us back then.
That's one thing I'm super grateful for, man. I'm grateful that we did manage to have a good childhood. We did that shit up, bro. You know what I mean?
Great.
We really did that shit up.
Yeah, like when I think about school, I think, and I don't know if this is sad or whatever, but when I think more fondly about like my childhood or my adolescence,
right?
I don't think about high school.
Yeah.
I think about middle school. Like,
Really?
yeah, because that's like, I just, like, in high school, it's just different. Everything was a little more real, I guess.
Yeah, man.
But middle school was that weird stepping point where we had a little more freedom. We were growing into the person that we were going to become.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of just did stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we got chased by those bats?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just really quick, just because, like, just to drive home my point, like, me and Eman, like, for me, all the, like, the fun, the stupid memories, which is for most people, I think, but
Yeah.
For us, all of them were in middle school, and one of the really good memories that I have is we were in the backyard, and, not the backyard, so where my house is, it's a cul-de-sac area, and right at the end of the cul-de-sac, there's not a home there, there's just grass, you know? So we're back there with a Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah, and I have my slingshot.
Yeah, we were shooting just out there, and then we saw this bird jumping around in the bushes.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we're going to hit that bird. So we kept trying to shoot the bird when it would hop up. So finally it hopped up and we shot it. And I'm pretty sure I hit it, but we hit it and it like spiraled down. And we're like, yeah, we got the bird. And then it flew up, but then more birds flew up.
Right, it was like a colossal of birds just flying in a circle, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. So these birds, after we shot the one bird, we didn't see the other birds, but like we shot the one bird, and then that bird came back with his friends, and they started flying at us.
Yeah.
Then we realized that they weren't birds.
They were bats.
They were bats,
Yeah.
and it was a group of bats.
Yeah.
Chasing us down. And I remember we ran like through the back of the neighborhood. Yeah. Like we just took off and like we're trying to hit it with the gun. The thing I remember the most about that is like we were screaming and I had the gun in my hand, and instead of shooting at the birds, I was holding it from the barrel and I was swinging the gun at
the thing I recall is us busting into your house and your family's sitting there having a nice calm dinner, and we bust in. I'm like sweating and freaking out. You're having a fucking asthma attack.
On me and
you were having an asthma attack.
I was having an asthma attack.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
But yeah, man, no, like, that's crazy, man, because most people don't have those kind of childhood these days, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we were the last generation to do that, I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Were we?
I really think so, man.
You know what? Yeah.
You don't fuck, it blows my mind. Like, in the morning
when
I go to the gym.
I feel like we were the last generation of, like...
Before that big... We got the very beginning of the big technological boom.
Well, yeah, like in our generation, we were still... making the damn fortune tellers. Yeah. We were still passing notes. We were still like writing shit to people. Right. Like we're at the butt end of that. Yeah. You know, we were still chain texting where you'd send this to 10 people and something great will happen to you this weekend. Yeah, we were like, I think we were the last group that had that.
We definitely
were, like I think if we weren't the last, we were at the butt end of it.
Because like that big technological boom was coming and some people were sucked in already just staying inside 24/7 playing Xbox. And some like me and you were like going out every weekend and making videos and shit on YouTube and like making movies.
Yeah, and I remember,
killing it, man.
My mom used to make fun of us. We were like in 6th and 7th grade.
Yeah.
And we're running around the neighborhood with fake guns and swords, like around the streets, like playing games.
6th grade.
Yeah.
Just dumb shit, man. Just dumb shit.
I feel like 6th graders don't do that stuff now. Like my brother Isaac and Isabella, they were both in middle school recently. They didn't do shit like that. Like
they're anomalies though. They're anomalies.
I guess so. Like they never wanted to have like the parties or anything. They never wanted to do any of that. Like I remember I was like, Mom, I need to have a party. Like you know, like in the movies where it's like, dude, I need to have a party to be cool. Mm-hmm. It wasn't to that extent, but it still kind of felt like that where you're like, hey, this is the thing I gotta do.
Yeah.
Like I gotta do the party. Like that's the neat thing. Like that's the thing to do.
Yeah, man.
And then now it's like, oh, the thing to do is snap Jessica or something.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So
it's a damn shame, man.
Yeah, but let's move on a little bit. Yeah. I have a story, but you know what? Let's talk about this other thing real quick since we're talking about our childhoods and stuff. Me and Eman were just talking about a gentleman who we went to high school with.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna use his full name? I don't think it matters.
Fuck it, he's in the news. Okay. He's making headlines.
I mean, I didn't find a news article about it, but it was definitely something that occurred, I guess. But there's a gentleman, and I don't know. I couldn't find a news article on this, but it was all over Facebook. I had a bunch of friends sharing it, a bunch of groups sharing this. But this guy we went to high school with, his name is Dalton Ray. I remember him my freshman year, and I remember seeing him hanging out with some of the other guys that I was friends with that were like seniors and shit. And what do you remember about Dalton, Eman?
I remember him being just crazy.
Yeah.
Not crazy, but just that sort of out of control white boy. definitely had a wild card. That's what I recall about him.
Yeah.
I could just look in his eyes and tell he has some fucking demons down there, man.
Mm-hmm. So the reason we bring him up is because we went to school with him, and I saw him on Facebook a while back, and a bunch of people were sharing stuff about Dalton, and I ignored it for a while because I was like, "What the? Who cares? Like, why do I give a shit about Dalton?" Yeah. Well, I started looking at it, and there were a few of them that was like, "Oh, this guy, like punched my grandson, or this guy punched my son, or my nephew, or whatever it was." Right? There were a bunch of family members that were like, "Hey, this guy punched my nephew," and apparently the police were looking for him. And he actually, if you've seen the movie Swing, which one is the one where they punch the baby? With Will Ferrell. Remember, doesn't Will Ferrell punch a baby? In that one where like it's an election with him and Zach Galifianakis?
I recall something like that.
Anyway, Dalton actually punched a baby.
Motherfucking babies out here getting punched.
Yeah, he punched a baby. And so I'm looking at this here. This is actually his mugshot. I don't know if I showed this to you, Eman.
Look at him.
Yeah, but this is his mugshot.
At him. Let me see.
He was booked October 19th, 2017, so just a couple days ago. But Jesus, let me just read this to you. So, Dalton's here. He was booked in Kerr County, Texas. And his hold up. So he was arrested on charges of injury to a child / elderly / disabled with intention of bodily injury. So he punched a baby. They were looking for him for a few weeks or something, and he got arrested. And he's in jail now, and his bond is at $35,000. Like, that's nuts. And I don't want to make this into a big thing about us talking specifically about Dalton, who, obviously got arrested for literally punching a baby. But I kind of wanted to bring it up because it's like we went to school with those people. You know what I mean? And, then...
Hold on, dude. I got to interrupt, dude. You're killing me, bro. You're like... We're talking. We're
having sorry.
You're talking to the iPad.
I'm ADD or I'm ADHD, whichever. But anyway,
just, no technology. Let's just, boom.
So, but the thing that I found interesting about it is like you read these stories about people who are like, oh, I went to school with this shooter or whatever, and obviously this isn't on the same level as that. No, but like it's nuts. Like you see these people that you grow up with, and
yes, dude.
Like when you're growing up with them, you're like, oh, this is a cool person. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
he's punching babies. What the fuck?
He punches babies.
It's almost comedic just saying it, bro.
He punched, like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, you saw the picture of the alleged picture of the kid that he hit. Yeah. And it looked bad. It looked like he actually hurt this kid. But it's just kind of funny to say. He punched a baby.
Funny to say.
Yeah, it's funny to say. The sound of it.
The sentence sounds funny. It's a goofy ass sentence just because of how outlandish it is.
Yeah.
My dad actually got mad at me for, like, pointing out the funny shit that happened with the
don't say it.
No. The
hurricane?
No. The dude that killed that one guy, some sucker shit, man.
I think like
Mac as we kind of.
Oh god.
But anyway,
but it's kind of funny.
It's fucking goofy funny. As shit. It's just goofy.
It's like literally goofy. Like it's like Pee Wee Herman killing someone.
Bro, honestly.
But that's another story. But it kind of got me thinking about kind of like one of those "Where Are They Now" things.
Yeah.
Because like there are plenty of people that I know, and it's not bad at all. People live their lives, and people make different decisions and stuff, and maybe their life goes in a different direction than what they originally thought. But you go to school with these people, and then you graduate, and some of them, they seem like they had this, and I know someone. I don't want to mention the name, but
I know a few, yeah.
But like there were people who were like had this what looked like a huge future ahead of them and all that, and then you're like, oh, what's so and so doing now? Oh, he's in a drug house somewhere. Like
that's how it goes.
Doing this, or like, oh, what's she doing? Oh, well, she got pregnant and she's on food stamps and this and that. And, if people are living their lives and they're doing what they need to do to survive, that's fine. But it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like when you think about how much it changes.
Exactly. Like when you limit your own potential, it's so fucked up. Yeah. Just for short pleasures, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sure, having a baby is a beautiful thing, but if you're not planning for it, in the moment, it's just a short pleasure. You know what I mean? You might be getting piped down and tell the dude to not pull out and Because in the moment, it just feels amazing. You don't really think long term and how it's going to affect you.
Yeah, and then in the same vein of thinking, you know, short term, it might seem hilarious to be able to tell your friends later that you punched a baby.
No.
But
no.
It sounds funny. But when you do it, it's bad.
Right.
You know,
it's
terrible.
Very bad, dude.
Terrible. You don't do those things. But I'm gonna get so much flack for that.
You definitely are. Motherfuckers out here, Mike Tyson babies, dude.
Mike Tysoning babies.
They Mike Tysoning babies.
God.
How do you? Okay, I have a niece, 2-year-old niece, precious.
I could never imagine.
How do you fucking look at that soft little baby head and think I'm gonna punch it? What gets you that mad?
When we were filming episode 5 and she kept knocking at the door, I can see it.
Hey,
I can see it.
Shut up. Listen, man. Like it's sick, dude.
Yeah.
It's a level of fucking sickness.
It's kind of like people who kick puppies.
Yeah.
Like you're like, how do you do that? Like what is off in your head where you're able to do that? You know, but obviously anyone who can harm a child, anyone who can take a life, anyone who can torture animals or whatever, those people just aren't right in the head. No matter what you say.
Yeah.
You know, like there are some folks who like for example, there was this video, I don't know if you ever saw it, but I feel like we talked about it. There was a video of this white guy. Let's call him Super Redneck, and because he's super redneck. So Super Redneck is standing next to a horse.
Yeah.
In this video, and it starts, and he goes like, "Fuck animal rights activists" or something like that, or "Fuck PETA" or something like that. And then he has a gun in his hand and he just shoots a horse in the head. The horse that's right next to him. He just shoots it in the head for it to fall. You know, unfortunately, there are people like that. Like, there are just like people who are like, "Oh, it's a dog, it's an animal, kill it," you know. And I understand that to an extent. You know, if a dog's in pain or something, I understand maybe there's a tough decision to be made. But some folks are just sick, and it's just like, you know, if you don't have that piece of remorse in you where you can do bad things and not even feel the slightest bit bad about it, or you not have that thing where you don't even do bad things because you understand the repercussions, there's something wrong with you. Yeah,
man. That's why there's some shit like this makes me rethink Trump's whole insurance plan, man. Like, I don't want my insurance, I don't want my tax money going towards that motherfucker's cancer research. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck him. It's eliminate some shit from the gene pool, dude. Yeah. Like, what is he contributing to aside from shooting horses in the face? Mind you, I don't like the plan, but this is just me going on a tangent. You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks that people like that survive, and we live in such a cushioned society that values the life of everything, no matter what the resume is, that we go to all ends to protect it.
Yeah, and you know what? That kind of, I don't want to get too into it, but that rounds back into the other conversation that I flip-flop on it. Not flip-flop, but like I have a hard time deciding where I land on it. Yeah. But the death penalty thing. Wow, okay. You know, because that's what it makes me think about. Because it's in the same vein. Okay. Where it's like, oh, if someone commits a heinous crime, do we house them? And use tax dollars to house them until they die? Or do we use tax dollars to cut back that cost of keeping them there
and just kill them?
To kill them. Yeah. You know? And on one end of it, you know, and I don't mean to sound like from day to day, one day I care about human life, one day I don't. But no, but like honestly, like I think about it and I'm like, well, if you're talking about like a murderer, right? Yeah. One day I'm like, well, if we're killing them morally, it's kind of like we're doing the same thing if we're just killing them back. You know what I mean? Right. And I understand that to an extent. Morally, it seems like don't do that. Right. But on the other end of it, I understand that there are people who work hard, work jobs all day long to get a huge chunk of tax that gets taken out to pay for a murderer to sit there and eat 3 meals a day and have an open gym and be able to walk around and play cards and sell drugs or whatever. They're still able to get away with in prison. Right. You know?
Listen, man. But go ahead.
No. I'm just saying. So, but to me, it brings us back around to that. Yeah. You know, to kind of like where you land on that. But go ahead. What were you saying?
This is my thing, man. I have 2 things that sort of keep me from being pro death penalty. Right. Yeah. The first thing is just how flawed and how many fuck ups we have in the justice system. Yeah. Where like now you have millions and millions of men being released from prison who were housed there since the fucking 80s, and then it turns out it wasn't them. They're actually innocent. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the other
first
part of
thing. And you sort of put hands. Humans were all fucking flawed.
Yeah.
We all have shit off, right? Mm-hmm. We all have fucked up ideologies one way or another.
Yeah.
And so you put the fate of a flawed human who's potentially innocent in the hands of another flawed human. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, for example, those motherfuckers in Charlottesville who were screaming, blood and soil, fuck fags, death to Jews, shit like that.
Yeah.
You don't know. When those cameras cut off and it's 24 hours later, those same motherfuckers could be putting on suits and they could be your judge.
Yeah.
You don't know. They could be your fucking doctor. So when you have people like that who could be potentially deciding the fate of, let's say, me, a fucking black man, this is just a theoretical situation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be favored in their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, until we find a way to have a foolproof justice system, which I don't see happening unless we get the shit ran by robots, I don't trust it, man.
Yeah.
Because I can say
even robots, you know,
even everything is flawed.
Yeah.
Like I say I'm pro death penalty, man. Let's do it. Like, get them out of here. They're a waste to society, which at some point is true, right? You may be wasting billions of tax money on them just to house them there.
Yeah.
But I say that. But what if a motherfucking bitch accuses my dad of rape?
Yeah.
Which happens every day, man.
Oh yeah, they're constantly
in that situation. I don't know what I would do, man. I would go crazy.
Constantly. I feel like that's the thing that more and more men are facing now.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do that.
So easy.
You know, and you know what? I was actually speaking of, because I mentioned The Office earlier, but me and Serena were watching The Office before I came over here, and there was an episode where this girl had changed up some stuff in the office to where she had a grudge on two guys in the office.
Yeah.
She changed around some paperwork to make it look like these two guys had not done their job correctly, and they weren't gonna get the bonuses that they wanted.
Okay.
So when they found out what she was doing, the boss brought it up to her, and she went, I was raped." And he went, "Kelly, no, you can't just say I was raped and expect all your problems to go away. Stop doing that. Don't do that again."
Wow. Listen,
and
man.
Obviously it's a comedy, but you know, it's like a satire on that happens.
Yeah. I used to have really bad anxiety back in my freshman. I told you, like, I was diagnosed with depression and shit, and it brought on panic attacks and shit like that. I hadn't had a panic attack in a long time until this is a stupid story, but until
oh god,
I may have told you about it. Until about a year ago, right? That's my last panic attack. It was fucking terrible. So I knew this girl. I knew her senior year, right? And I had to take PE senior year. So I was in there with a bunch of freshmen.
Nerd.
Exactly. And she was in the grade lower than me, but she wasn't a freshman. I was a senior, she was a junior, but I was surrounded by freshmen. But I had my homeboy in that class who was like the only cool freshman at that fucking school. Dude was cool as shit, man. Forgot his name, but goddamn it, he was so cool.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was like Johan or something.
No.
Nah, Johan was like,
he already graduated. He's in college. I gotta text him back actually. But
damn.
Nah, it's like I'm a busy man. But he brought up the question. Something was happening in the news that made him bring up the question as to whether the girl, we'll call her Sarah, whether she would accuse a man of rape if she had sex with him, but didn't like him or some crazy shit, and then knew that she would get money as a result, right? Like she would win the case, even though he didn't rape her.
Yeah.
She fucking had to think about it.
God damn.
She had to fucking think about it. The question was, would you accuse an innocent man of rape if you knew in the end you would be benefited by it? Right. And she had to fucking think about it.
What a piece of shit.
I know if we didn't call her on her shit and say, what the fuck are you thinking about? She would have said yes. I'm almost willing to guarantee it.
Yeah.
Flash forward a year later from that point.
No.
This is a year later from this point.
No.
That's the girl that I'm smashing in the back of my car, right?
Okay, yeah.
So
the one that you raped? No, I'm kidding. That's so bad. It's so bad.
Easy, don't even joke like that, man. No, I didn't rape her. It was very consensual.
The joke I made the week before that was really bad? Like,
I forgot.
Oh, we were talking about shooters, and you were talking about like people who lose their mind and no one can tell when they've gone off the deep end. And I'm like, this is the clip I'm gonna show when you shoot somebody. Oh, I'm going too far. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. So the girl that you were smashing in the back of your car.
So yeah. So she like wouldn't. I didn't use protection.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up. I didn't use protection,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was really afraid going home that night that I may have got this girl pregnant somehow. Shit happens.
You told me about this.
Accidents happen, dude. Yeah, and so I'm going home. I'm sitting on my fucking couch, and I'm like freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? What was I thinking? And so like I text her and I say, hey, what we did was cool, but you know, I was in the moment. I didn't use protection. I feel like an idiot. Do you mind taking a plan B? Would you be okay with that? She was kind of reluctant, kind of hesitant, and I said, come on, just do this for me. I have peace of mind. It's gonna be harmless. I'll buy it myself. Can we just do this? And she reluctantly agreed. Pull up to her house. She didn't want to fucking take it, man. She didn't want to take the fucking...
Was she the same girl that you said, and you don't have to answer, this is going too far. Wasn't she the same girl that when y'all
Gave
were...
me the shit?
No, but like when y'all were doing stuff, that she was like trying to hold on to you at the finish of things? Well, was that the same girl? Or am I thinking of a different girl?
Maybe thinking of a different girl.
Okay. Different girl? He was like, no, that was the other one.
I had a few girls do that, man.
Wow, okay. But anyway, go ahead. So she didn't want to take the plan B.
But yeah, she did do that.
So you bought the plan B.
I bought the plan B. It's really expensive plan B.
I was about to say, for those of you who don't know, plan B is like $50 or $60.
Yeah, man.
Like, they're expensive for one pill.
Yeah.
They're expensive as shit.
Yeah. But my thing was, man,
How much are condoms?
Cheap. You can get it for cheap.
Like, how cheap? Like, what?
You can get like a pack of 2 for like $6.
Really? Yeah. Man, it's cheaper, or it's more expensive to do the plan. Just get condoms.
Well, we'll get into that later. But
sorry, but go ahead.
The story, man. So she wouldn't take the plan. Like, she was really reluctant.
Yeah.
Like, and she knew that the possibility of what could happen. And she was telling me before that she wanted kids and shit, which terrified me, man.
This was the same girl then, because you were... Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, it probably was.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
mean, I said she did it.
Yeah, because you were telling me before that she had said she wanted to have kids, and then while y'all were doing stuff, you said that she was like holding on to you.
Like she said,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same girl. Anyway, but go ahead.
Gotta be,
I mean, you know, you were there.
Yeah, man. But like she wouldn't take it. She wouldn't fucking take it, and she knew it'd be harmless. But like, and the look in her eyes, it's like she wasn't fucking there. Like, she saw that I was kind of freaking out. I was getting nervous.
Yeah.
But she was just unfazed. Like she was dick drunk or something. It was so odd,
Dang.
man. Yeah, dude. And she wouldn't take it. And finally, I had to fucking say, I gotta watch you take it. You can't leave my car till you take it.
Yeah.
And so she took the shit, and I just got to thinking, man, like
what would happen if you didn't make her stay there?
Not even that. It's like, then this got to a whole nother thing, bro, where I got to thinking about, you know when you come, you start to think really rationally.
Oh, yeah. Like when you're like when you're in the moment, like you're all passionate, you're like, oh, it's fine, nothing's wrong, like everything's good, or like
let's just do it.
Yeah, or you're only focused on the feeling of sex,
right?
You know,
your animal brain kicks in.
Yeah, but right after you and let me put it this way, like when you are erect or when you are horny,
right?
Like, you can't go like it's almost to the point where like you can't be like, oh, I just won't act on this and I'll just think rationally.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, that has to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
But in the moment that it's dealt with, you're like, oh wow, I'm such a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're like, wow, did I really need it like that much or whatever?
Yeah.
You know, like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Or like when you're like self-pleasuring and you're like,
that's the worst.
Yeah, where like, you know, it feels all good and everything, and right when you're done, you're like, man, I'm such a loser.
The level of self-hatred when you finish, bro. Jesus Christ. But anyway,
especially like when there's like imagery involved, like porn or anything.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, that's someone's daughter.
Oh my God, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
bro. I get mad at the porn stars.
It's so crazy because like
you should be ashamed of yourself. Get the fuck off. Like,
you're mad
honestly,
at them.
dude,
You're
crazy.
shaming. You're slut shaming them, and you're watching. But I was just gonna say like when you do it in that context, it's always like, oh God, I'm so disgusted. This is terrible. This is wrong. This is someone's kid, and she was just paying for Berkeley, and oh God, I'm disgusting.
Oh.
And then the next day you're like,
gotta do it. Gotta do exactly.
You're like, come back. But go ahead, say what you're saying. I'm gonna check on the camera.
Actually, I can't. Okay, let's run this back. Her name, we're not gonna call her theoretical Sarah because I dated a girl named Sarah. She was cool as shit. This isn't her. We'll call her
Theoretical Nancy.
We'll call her Nancy, right? We'll call her Nancy. So, Nancy, she wouldn't take the pill. She had this look of fucking craze in her eyes, like Nancy wasn't there anymore. Okay? She was like dickmatized or something, man.
Dickmatized?
I swear to God, dude. And so...
Sounds like a Pokemon power.
Yeah.
Use dickmatized!
And so, I didn't want to associate with her anymore. Because that was enough to fucking turn me off. But, like, I felt like I couldn't just walk away. Because when females get attached like that, dude, and they feel betrayed by somebody they put their trust in, by somebody they literally opened up to and allowed in, they do crazy shit, man.
Yeah, like pull you on Mari.
Or accuse you of fucking rape for vengeance. And she already said that she had the audacity to do some shit like that in the first place.
Oh, so this was the same girl
this
from
is the same girl.
Oh, shit.
This is the same girl from PE who said she would
better
do that.
at least have been hot.
She was cute.
Wow, not even hot.
She was cute, man. But she, like... And that... I just sat there and thought about it, man. Days, weeks following. It just played on my fucking mind. Because I didn't want to talk to her, dude.
Yeah.
I did not want to talk to her. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah. But I just felt like she would do some shit like that. Because she said that she would do some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just sitting on my mind for weeks, dude.
Damn.
It must have aged me about 30 years. I'm now a 47, 20-year-old. Dude.
That's why you were dressed like that the other week, right?
Maybe that's a good theory, man. That's a good theory. But yeah, dude. Like, it's just, and I say all that because it's a fucked up reality that it's so common. You know what I mean? That me even pondering that and having those questions and having that worry me isn't.
It's not. Yeah, like
it's very feasible.
Yeah, it's kind of like the movie theater thing, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like where you can't even go see a movie anymore. Well, like you can, but you go see a movie and now you're thinking about like, oh man, anyone could do something at any moment. Yeah. And that's not an out of the ordinary thought to have now. Yeah. Like that's just a thought now. Yeah. You know.
Very powerful, dude. I was telling Isaac this too, man. Like how much the law system and the court system favors women for whatever reason. I was telling Isaac, dude, I was ringing out some guy at Best Buy. And he was buying a whole lot of shit. Just like he bought a new laptop, bought a bunch of appliances. And I was like, hey, sir, you got a new move in? Or, you know, it was a large purchase, sir. And he goes, yeah, man, mind you, it's a middle-aged white guy. He just looks defeated by life.
Oh, man,
he looks defeated by life. Listen. I say, yeah, man, you got a new house, sir. It's a large purchase, sir. And he goes, yeah, man, I just got to restock on some stuff, man. My wife and I, Splitsville, got a divorce. She took the laptop, took half the house, and half my paycheck for the rest of my life. And he was just defeated. And I said, fucking why? I didn't say that, but that's what I thought.
He's like, yeah, give me a box of the 9mm. Okay.
Hey, and how much do you think a flight to Las Vegas costs?
Okay. The laptop fire ended.
The laptop fire ended. That was a way too soon reference to the Las Vegas shooting.
Yeah, that's why I ignored it.
This is we're just digging ourselves a nice little hole here.
Yeah, we are. But you know, I have a story I wanted to tell.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for
it. Just so we can kind of get off that for a little bit. So, this past weekend, this was Friday night. As you know, Eman, I am the. Well, I mean, I guess that part doesn't matter, but. I'm part of the board of the Champions San Antonio. Right. And we've been noticing a little drop in morale with the group. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to do something. We want to start doing more events where we're getting more folks involved. Just honestly doing more stuff where we can hang out and be friends. Like, so it doesn't always have to be like, hey, go to this event, go do that event. And if you're not aware, just to recap it, I am the current president of a nonprofit in town called the Champions San Antonio, and we take volunteers who dress up as superheroes in very high quality costumes and such, and we go to charity events. We visit kiddos in hospitals, things like that. But our whole nonprofit is based around that. So what we wanted to start doing some team morale boosting events. Mm. So the first one that we did was this past Friday. And our newest board member, Lindsay, wanted to do something where it could be kind of competitive but fun with the members. Mm-hmm. So we went to Lulu's Bakery. Have you been to Lulu's? Mm-mm. It's downtown. It's like a little bakery. Would not recommend it. But she wanted to go there because Lulu's is known for their cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
They're huge cinnamon rolls. They're
Okay.
like this tall and like this big,
Yeah.
and they're just ginormous.
Yeah.
So what we did is we got there. We broke into we got like I guess 4 teams of 3.
Right.
4 teams of 3. You were in a group of 3, and you had 20 minutes, and whichever group either ate the most or finished the cinnamon roll, and that time won.
Uh-huh.
And the prize was like some pops, like the superhero pops or whatever.
Yeah.
So we did that, and we started. And, we have a bunch of our members there, and I'm on a group with my brother Willie
Yeah.
and another member of ours named Jesse. So we go, and we start eating this, and, we're there, and first off, we get, the whole experience is kind of jacked.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in the past, like service and restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
But we get there, we order our stuff, they bring us the plates to get ready, and every little, like, plate that they give us has shit on it.
It's dirty?
Yeah, like, they're just dirty. Like, not even dirty, like, oh, they got some water on them or something. Like, dirty, like, there's clearly food on them.
Oh, fuck.
And we're, like, all of them were like, this is disgusting. So we're like, can you bring us back new plates? She was like, sure. So she brings us out these four cinnamon rolls. They're huge.
Ooh.
Start eating, right? And I'm so into it. I want to win.
Right.
And I like, I'm the dumbest runner in the world. I just go all in immediately. And I'm just eating the shit out of this thing.
Yeah.
And we get like halfway through, and we're winning this whole time.
Yeah.
And then we get halfway through, and all of a sudden my stomach just turns.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, God. So everyone's eating this. Like, Willie quit, like, super early. So we're eating this. Long story short with that, we didn't win. But it was just disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like, I never want to see a cinnamon roll again in my life.
Of course, dude.
Like,
you fucking force-fed yourself a
yeah,
cinnamon roll.
it was disgusting. So then we're chilling, right?
Yeah.
And we order food. And Juan and Willie order food first. And they bring it out to Juan. He gets his food. He starts eating it. And he goes, this is disgusting.
Damn.
He goes, this food is absolutely terrible. And Willie tries it. Willie's like, yeah, this sucks. So Juan's like sitting there forcing himself to eat the food. And he's just going, this sucks. This is so terrible. It tastes so bad. I'm going to throw up. And Willie goes, Juan, why aren't you eating it? And Juan just yells. And he goes, because, Willie, when you're an adult and you pay for something, you eat it.
Yeah.
And so he just finishes it. Me and Serena order our food. After them, we get our food. It's shit. Everyone else is getting their food. It's shit.
Yeah.
Towards the end of our meal, Willie still hasn't gotten his food.
Yeah.
So everyone at this point is being white, and they're on their phones, and they're leaving this place a really bad review. Because the service is shit, the food is terrible.
Yeah.
And like I've never done that before in my life. Like left a review.
Was it on Yelp?
But it was so bad. No, it was on Google.
Okay.
But it was so bad.
Damn.
Like, it was ridiculously bad. And Willie, on his little review, Willie goes on there and he reviews and he goes, the service is good, the food is terrible and overpriced or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then the woman comes up to him right after he submits that review. She goes, what did you order again? And then, and Willie goes, this is what I ordered? And she goes, okay, cool. And he walks away and Willie goes, I guess I need to go back to my review and put that the service is terrible too.
Yeah, right.
And so Willie never got his food.
Wow.
He called her
Even
back.
after that?
Yeah, he called her back and he went, I'm just going to cancel that. Like, we're good.
Fuck.
And she was like, okay. So we went and everybody was like, this place is just absolutely
What did you guys
terrible.
order to eat?
Since we had stuffed ourselves with the cinnamon roll, we just got a cheeseburger and we split it. And no shit, the patty of the cheeseburger was this big and our bread was this big.
No way.
Yeah. Like, it,
Fuck.
yeah, it was disgusting. Like, I don't know why it was like that. Anyway, but we left and our friend Daphne was like, I'm not going to tip her. Like, I'm not, she goes, this is the first time I'm not going to leave a tip.
Yeah.
It was absolutely terrible.
Was she rude?
She kind of was. And then at the end, she did this thing where we were all waiting at the counter. We waited at the counter for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was kind of like gyms where they give you your receipt, then you go pay at the counter.
Yeah.
Nobody else was in line. We were the only people in line. We waited like 10 minutes to pay for our food.
Wow. Was it a packed house or something?
No! We just waited there because nobody was coming. So then they come, and Daphne was all like, if I had cash, I would just leave cash and walk out.
Yeah.
Like, this is ridiculous. So the woman comes finally, and she goes, I'll take your receipts one at a time, and then I'll charge them. Daphne hands her the receipt and hands her card, and the woman goes, "Thanks." Has Daphne's card and receipt in her hand.
Yeah.
And then goes and picks up someone else's food and goes and runs out food. Wow. With Daphne's card and receipt just in her hand. Just like passing out people's food. And Daphne's just like, what the hell is going on? So then she goes, she charges her, and Daphne goes, "I'm not going to leave a tip. Like, this is absolutely terrible."
Yeah.
And so the woman comes up to me, and...
Daphne told the lady that? "I'm not going to leave a tip"?
No, she just she just wrote a big 0 on what the tip was.
Yeah.
And she just took off. And then, you know, me, I left her like a $2 tip. Yeah. I didn't want to be completely rude as shit. So, but we paid for the stuff, and then we took off, and it was just absolutely terrible. Jesus, like, it's just one of those restaurant experiences where I was like, don't. I was like, we're never going there again.
That is fucked.
Yeah, it was just like the contest ended up. It wasn't bad. It was still fun, the contest, but it just ended up like we were sick of it, like because we forced ourselves to eat it. So then our stomachs were hurting, and then the food wasn't even great, and then the service was terrible. And it was
the cinnamon rolls good at least? They weren't even good cinnamon rolls? How do you fuck up cinnamon rolls?
Not that great. Oh, so no shit. So I was telling you, me and Serena went to go eat at CC's earlier. We hadn't eaten all day, so we just went to go eat at CC's. You know how like at the end of the CC's bar, they have like the dessert bar?
Yeah.
We walked up to the dessert bar. I open up, or I don't open up anything, but I walk up and I see what they have. They don't have anything but cinnamon rolls, and I just went, fuck it. Just walked away. I was like, I'm not getting dessert. Anything. Nope. I was like, I'm not touching a cinnamon roll ever again for the rest of my life.
That's how it's done, man.
Yeah. Oh, God. That was just terrible. I didn't like it at all. But, you know, speaking of bad health decisions, I think it's about time for us to talk about some good health decisions with this week's episode of Vitamins of the Week. Vitamins of the Week. That's the theme song for Vitamins of the Week.
Yes.
So, in case you don't know, Vitamins of the Week is the weekly show within this show where every week Eman provides and explains a new vitamin, supplement, some healthy shit, and I take it. And if I survive, we do it again the next week.
Yeah.
So
if you fucking survive. You just talk about slamming a whole cinnamon roll and you're afraid to take vitamins.
You know what, Eman? At least I know what was in the cinnamon roll.
Poo on you.
It was shit and Satan's piss. Anyway.
Definitely.
Anyway, Eman, why don't you tell us what this week's Vitamin of the Week is?
This week's Vitamin of the Week
Vitamins of the Week.
A compilation.
A compilation?
Of vitamins.
What the fuck?
We're getting intense, people.
Really? Eman?
Yeah.
What?
Come on, relax.
Why don't you tell us more?
Oh, I certainly fucking will. You know what's great, man? The sun.
What?
The sun. The fucking sun is great. A big ball of energy. Energy which flows from its surface to the earth.
Okay.
And fuels us with vitamin D. Fuels plants with natural sugars, right? And everything around us. We're just getting blasted by the sun's energy. And we need the shit. Yeah. But due to our poor diet...
Well, for most women, another good source of vitamin D is Eman.
Way to cut me off for your B-rated joke. Get it? Sorry. B-rated joke. Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Unfortunately, due to the terrible Western diet, okay, the processed food, the hormones, the processed sugar, the bad carbs, the empty calories, we fucked up our stomachs to where we can't absorb energy from the sun, right? But plants still can. Plants absorb energy from the sun. We eat plants, but like I said, we can't absorb the energy the plants absorb, right?
Okay.
That's where B vitamins come in. They allow the energy that's in these plants to be absorbed by the human body. Okay. So in this in a single capsule, you're getting B12, you're getting niacin, you're getting B3s, B2s, riboflavin. B12 is probably the most important neurological agent, right?
So this is just a bunch of B vitamins?
Bunch of B vitamins.
Huh.
It's a bunch of B vitamins.
Huh. So many Bs, it's almost like I'm on an episode of The Housewives of Orange County.
Fuck, man. That was painful. That was painful. So, a B12 deficiency. Common symptoms are lack of energy, lethargy, a fucked up sleep schedule. Hey, you're going to take them.
They smell like cereal.
Sleep schedule. They're not supposed to smell good. A bad sleep schedule, and often leads to depression, right?
Just one?
When you become depressed. Yeah. When you become depressed, it could be linked to B12 deficiency. So all this shit is very important. When you take like a different vitamin and you go pee, right? You sometimes notice your pee is a green tint to it, right? Or it's really bright yellow. That's because of vitamin B2, I believe. Riboflavin.
I thought it was because you were dehydrated.
No. That could be a reason, but it's usually B2.
Okay.
Riboflavin.
So I just swallow this?
Swallow it, man.
What if I chew it?
No.
What happens?
It's slow release.
What happens if I chew it?
So that means too much of it's gonna hit your system at one time, and you're not gonna absorb it properly.
So can I chew it?
Don't fucking chew it, bro.
Should I chew it?
Do what you want, man. Just do what you want at this point.
I don't like your reverse psychology. I'm gonna swallow it.
I know you are. Let us know what you think, man.
Went down like a pill.
Damn right.
Now, not because I wasn't listening, but because I wasn't listening, what's this gonna do?
You want me to go over the whole fucking...
Just give a brief recap. What's it gonna do for me?
Energy.
Energy.
It's gonna promote proper brain function.
Proper brain function.
Good blood flow.
Good blood
You're
flow.
gonna absorb properly the nutrients that's in your diet.
Does this one help out with the rock hard erection as well?
Pretty much all of them do. I mean, all of them are gonna help
Hell
out proper blood flow.
To the yes.
Especially the niacin.
Yeah.
Now, remember that shit I was telling you about horny goat weed?
Yes. Am I gonna try that one of these
niacin.
episodes?
Oh fuck yeah! You want to, dog?
Dude,
Damn right, bro. No. No. But yeah, dude, definitely you will, man.
Get a boner?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Here's what we'll do. When I do that one, we'll get some photos of who's hot. We'll get some photos of Eman in the cop suit. And when I get my rock hard erection, we'll get a watermelon on the table, and we'll see if I can penetrate it.
Okay.
With just the force, and then to calm me back down afterwards, we'll get some pictures of Angelina Jolie.
Fuck you.
And it'll just go right back down.
Fuck you.
Angelina, I think she's very unattractive.
Unattractive.
I find her very disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yes, like
why are you disgusted?
If I was in a room with Angelina Jolie, Hitler, and Osama bin Laden, and I had a gun with 2 bullets, I would shoot Angelina Jolie twice in the face.
Well, the statement is, if you're in a room with Angelina Jolie and your fucking idols, your idols, sick people like sick people.
I'm more of a Hitler guy, man. Not really into Osama, but
okay, fair enough.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's her face.
Really?
Yeah, like I saw the movie Maleficent a few years back when it came out, and at the beginning of the movie, there's like young Maleficent.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, oh, this movie's so great, I love it. And then when she gets older and becomes Angelina Jolie, I was like, this movie sucks, I hate it. There's something about her face that I don't like.
I mean, it's one thing to be not attracted to her, but you're fucking disgusted by her.
Yeah, I
don't
why? Like it.
Listen, man,
she looks like she belongs as a background dancer in Thriller. That's what she looks like.
Jesus Christ. She could use a sandwich there, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
no,
man,
she used a whole new face.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, dog.
Not
no,
my
because
thing.
you're comparing her to the people she's around. Like some of the most beautiful people to walk the earth, right? These A-list celebrities, these beautiful actresses.
No, I just don't think she's pretty.
If you were in fucking Waxahachie, Texas, and saw her walking out of a Walmart, bro,
I would think she looks like Cruella de Vil.
The fuck? Who's that?
Cruella, the villain from Dalmatians.
Oh,
the woman.
Okay.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Cruella de Vil.
I can see that too, man.
She looks just like Cruella.
It's a stretch, dude.
There's nothing. The only thing stretched,
shit, dude.
The only thing stretched is her cheekbones.
You're talking shit.
She looks disgusting. I don't like her.
Cut it out.
This isn't even for like comedic relief at all. This is just I find her disgusting.
So what do you like? What do you like? I know you like the natural shit, but like what do you like?
Yeah, like you are a beautiful person.
Oh.
You without your shirt on is a beautiful person.
I see what's going on here.
Yeah, pretty much anything without boobs.
You are a homosexual.
Oh shit. Man, that's why I like Serena, because she's got the
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay. Serena's had junk this whole time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway, but I don't like Angelina Jolie.
Well, to each his own, man.
Find her.
Give me a celebrity crush.
Incredibly disgusting.
Give me
a celebrity crush.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think I have a celebrity crush.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
like
man.
off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone who I'd be like, yeah, she's really pretty, I guess.
Oh my god.
See, like the first thing that came to my head after I had to think about it was like Jennifer Lawrence. She's pretty, I guess.
Okay.
But like I had to think about it. Like it wasn't like, ooh, Jennifer Lawrence.
Right.
You know
I can think about mine.
Who's yours?
Who's mine? Damn. I gotta think about it.
Man, I gotta think about that.
We'll just think about that right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess if Jennifer Lawrence came to my head, it would be Jennifer Lawrence.
Ooh, you know who I like?
I can't think of anyone else. Who?
Oh my god, Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz? Who the hell is Zoe Kravitz?
God. You know Lenny Kravitz? I want to get away. I want to fly away.
Is he the one who just killed himself?
Yeah. No.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of
God,
someone.
no.
What's her name? Zoe Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz.
How do you spell Kravitz?
Fucking beautiful. Kravitz, I believe.
K-R-A...
But you're familiar with the late, great Lenny Kravitz, right?
I know the songs, yeah.
Okay. I want to fly away. Yeah.
This girl?
Let me see. Yeah.
Was she in something recently? What was she in?
Oh,
okay. I know him. He's the
Yeah,
he
you
was
know him.
he was in the Hunger Games.
Oh, you fucking dweeb. Yeah, man.
Well, I definitely know his music, but
Yeah,
as an actor, I remember him from the Hunger Games.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Popular role.
But
Is she not gorgeous, bro? Hey,
Uh,
don't piss me off. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
I don't find her attractive at all. Like,
Oh, why not?
like
man?
in this photo right here, the bird is more attractive than she is.
Yeah, you're gay. And I don't judge you. It's 2017.
I don't find her attractive at all.
That's weird, man.
Yeah,
That's very weird of you. Let me see.
yeah.
Little bikini shot.
Look at that one. I don't know, man.
Well, in this one, she does look like a recovering meth head. But that's not the best picture. We all have bad pictures, okay?
Yeah, hers just happens to be like 99% of them.
Jesus, man. All right, pull up your celebrity crush and let me roast, dude.
I don't have a celebrity crush.
Oh, my God.
I like I said, I had to think about who I thought was pretty, and I was like, Jennifer Lawrence is pretty, I guess, but like I don't really have anyone. Yeah, no, not that I can think of.
Gun to your head.
Gun to my head.
Gun to your head, bro. I said you have to marry a celebrity. Who do you want to marry? Who do you want to spend the rest of your life with?
Oh my God.
I mean, and obviously looks play into it.
What?
Obviously looks play into it. Like, just off of looks.
Like if somebody was holding a gun to my head and I had to pick a celebrity to live with.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Not live with, man.
Matthew McConaughey.
I don't blame you. Shit.
Did you know that he teaches?
Yeah, I did.
Like I had no idea.
He does, man.
Like
you'll see him walking around campus willy-nilly.
Serena showed me something about Becca Tharp, like posting a photo of him, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, man. He's like he does acting or some shit at UT Austin.
No, he does some shit. I forgot.
Hey, who's your male celebrity crush, bro?
My male celebrity crush?
Yeah.
Oh, easy, Chris Evans.
Oh, deadass?
Chris Evans, dude.
Wow.
Chris Evans is not only is he like a good-looking dude,
yeah,
like he's a super handsome guy,
yeah,
but he's just I feel like he's super like genuine and shit.
Huh.
Like he seems super cool and all, like his interviews and stuff, and even like just when he's like talking to people like on his social media and all that, he's a super cool guy. Like and he's single.
I feel like in the movie Captain America, he's not playing Captain America. He's playing Chris Evans.
You know what? And I feel like he did that a little bit because apparently like during the first Captain America movie, he didn't really like come into it.
Yeah.
As like he didn't come into his own in that movie.
Huh.
He was like, "Oh, I'm Captain America, but like, what am I supposed to be, really?"
Right.
But like by the second Captain America movie, he was like, "Oh, this is just me."
Yeah, it's just him.
You know, and I think that's good because it reminds me of Robert Downey Jr. How he just is Iron Man. You know, and Chris Evans is like that, where he just is Captain America. Same with Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Just the way that he talks and everything, and kind of his demeanor is Thor.
Perfect.
Like he's just
They're
kind
all
of funny.
perfect
Yeah.
for their roles. It's insane.
Yeah, perfect. And you know, I saw this funny thing with Chris Hemsworth recently, where he got mad at a reporter on live TV.
Yeah.
they were doing some Chris Hemsworth. In case you don't know, he's the gentleman that plays Thor in the new movie, in all the Thor and Marvel films. But the new movie is Thor Ragnarok that's coming out in like another week or so. But he was doing press for Thor Ragnarok, and they were on live TV. And all of like the panelists, like the reporters, had already seen the movie.
Yeah.
And they were asking them questions about the movie.
Yeah.
And the guy, one of the reporters goes, I'm not gonna tell you what it is because it's a huge spoiler, but I'm not gonna say it. But the reporter goes, "Oh, hey, Chris Hemsworth, like you know how this happens in the movie? How do you think that affects this?" And then Chris Hemsworth just like he kind of tried to ignore it. Like you can see him like immediately get upset.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ah, shit." And the guy goes, "Yeah, but like this again." He mentions it again. Yeah. And then Chris Hemsworth like hits the table and he goes like you can't say that. Like you can't say that. You're giving it away. You can't say that. And then and then he turns and everyone laughed, but apparently he was being serious. And he was like, "Are we live? Can we like rewind that? Like, can we not show that?" And then they kind of laughed about it and they had to move on. And he kind of like had to keep it rolling, but you could tell he was upset about it. And apparently I read some stuff where he was upset about it. But
so are those your big 3 celebrity crushes right there? Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth?
Nah, I would say Robert Downey Jr. and then like
male celebrity crushes.
Male celebrity crush.
Yeah.
I would say Robert Downey Jr. I don't think Chris Hemsworth at all. I'm trying to think of who else I would even say.
You know who I got, bro?
I would just say Chris Evans. What's up?
Fucking pretty. So I.
Okay, good. Okay.
Want to guess?
I was trying to think about what you like and like what you're into.
Yeah.
And I was going to say Mark Wahlberg.
No.
I was going to say Mark Wahlberg or Michael B. Jordan just because of Creed.
No.
Okay.
I do appreciate them. I appreciate the fuck out of them for that, man. Mm-hmm. I do. Like Mark Wahlberg especially. But dude, new guy on the scene, man. At least I haven't heard of him. Fucking Jason Momoa.
Oh, really?
That dude is a looker, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
This is like the gayest episode we've done, but I don't give a fuck.
And he's super. There was a video. Did you see that video where he was like throwing axes?
Yes, and he's rock climbing up the side of mountains.
Yes,
and shit, dude.
Yes.
People.
He's a man's man.
Let me change your life real quick. Look up Jason fucking Momoa. Look him up.
Who's that? Jason fucking Momoa.
You can't just say Jason Momoa. You gotta say
Yeah.
And
he looks super badass in Justice League.
Dude, he looks super badass in general.
Oh yeah.
Like, come on, man.
And in real life, that dude just towers.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall he is, but just his demeanor and the long hair and everything, he looks like you don't want to mess with him.
You know what'd suck? What if he was like 5'8" or some shit? Oh, that'd be devastating.
There is an actor.
Tom Cruise.
Is it Tom Cruise? Yeah, or he's
short.
like super short.
Also, like he's pushing, trying to break into my celebrity crush zone, but the whole Scientology thing kind of fucks me up.
Yeah.
The Rock also.
The Rock. Ooh, The Rock. The Rock seemed like someone who's just super cool.
Yeah.
Like it all seems someone like you just want to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, man.
Like he just seems like someone you just want to talk to.
Yeah.
And gonna mention. Did you hear about the Jim Carrey thing where he's like going crazy?
Yeah, I've heard about that. Let's get into that, huh?
Yeah. Well, he's just like he's I don't know what his deal is, but like he's like
manic depression. He does have that.
Yes, but at first, like he was talking to people, and he kind of sounded like, "Whoa, this guy's like
on a new level."
Yeah, this guy's like on a different level.
Such a genius.
Understands the world,
right?
And then all of a sudden, he turns into my favorite movie is this one that we're living in because we're all things that aren't things, but we're things that are happening and things aren't real. So
Fell too deep.
Yeah, and I was just like, "What?" Like I was, I was like, "You're not looking deep anymore." Just being pretentious,
right?
But I
wouldn't even call it pretentious, man. I would call it being severely just withdrawn. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
He seems severely withdrawn, almost as if he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. Like the next step to this is just falling into a pit of just crack addiction and hookers, and because I mean, if it doesn't matter, then what the fuck is the point of even existing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the point of following cultural norms if none of this shit matters anymore? So it must matter to some extent. But if it truly doesn't matter, if you don't care about any outcome or what anybody thinks of you,
why is he still going to
that
shit?
could be a dangerous spot to be in, man.
Yeah, that's true. Like his thinking, he's kind of teetering on that like he's the guy who's gonna do something drastic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
it's almost like a cigarette smoker who goes like he lights one up, and I'm like, man, that's gonna kill you one day. And he's like, we're all gonna die anyway, and just takes another. That's the shit he's on right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So,
praying for you, Jim.
We are, and actually, with that, we are gonna have to close out this episode.
Yeah.
Because we're pushing like an hour and 20 right now, and it's gonna take forever to render. Anyway, but guys, thank you very, very much for tuning in to this episode of Break Time. We really appreciate it. You know, I mean, I never really say this, but we pretty much imply it every single time. But you know, if you agree with us, that's great. Our goal is never to offend anyone or never to say anything that is going to deter someone or a group of people. We're just talking, having a good time, and just literally like after work, which is exactly what we're doing for Eman's case right now.
Right.
And that's really what break time is. Just, you know, getting together and talking about stuff that, you know, that we just think is relevant or just kind of funny within our lives when we're not working and or, you know, on our break time, as cheesy as that sounds. Anyway, Eman, before we end out this episode, is there anything you want to say before we end this episode of Break Time?
No, man. I mean, yeah, there is. Next week is going to be... Should I even say it?
Yeah.
Should I hint at it? Next week's the...
We're doing something. I don't know.
Special. We're doing something
special. We're doing something for Halloween.
I
don't know what we're
doing. So it's going to be a fun episode.
Yeah.
We're also, man... Let me just fucking issue a mass apology.
What?
We've been fucking up.
Yeah.
And we realize it.
Whoa.
We've been fucking up, man.
Whoa. We've been on time for the past 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
3 weeks. In the grand scheme of things, it's been on for nearly a year.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? 3 weeks ain't enough. So we've been fucking up. But now you see this pattern forming. We're going to stay on it, man. Yeah. We're going to get a lot more serious
comes out
about this shit.
Yeah, Break Time now comes out.
Don't do that.
No. I'm just going to... Because if I don't say it, I'm not even going to try to stick to it.
You know? Always, every episode you say it, bro.
Okay, but I've been doing it for the past 3 weeks, so I'm in it.
Okay.
Like tonight, I'm going home, I'm editing, I'm not going to sleep.
To it.
Yeah, I'm not going to sleep, so this is on YouTube. So, anyway, Break Time comes out Mondays at 12 noon every week. So, that's when they're coming out. The only exception to that is I think on the Halloween episode, we're going to wait till Halloween. We're going to let it out on Halloween? Or do we...
them off.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we're going to do it. We're going to film Sunday.
Right. Yeah. So, always Sunday.
But,
I think Sunday's the best day for both of us.
Oh, yeah. It's just...
Because we close at 8 at Best Buy, so I don't get out too late.
Yeah, and then I can stay up late, and then I can go back to bed. Or I can stay up late, and I don't got to go into work early Monday.
Yeah.
But, shit, except for tomorrow. I do got to go into work. Anyway.
I got to get up early. Sacrifices, right?
Enough about our problems. But, yes, Break Time now comes out Mondays at 12 noon. So... Yeah, guys, we appreciate you watching. We hope you stick around. But Eman, you already said your thing, right?
Said my thing. I gotta piss.
Yeah, I know I'm rambling. I'm tired. Piss. Eman's gotta piss. So, guys, we will see you next time on the next episode of Break Time.
Yeah. Dude, that was hilarious. Stop.
What's wrong? You gotta pee? You gotta pee? You gotta pee?
You
gotta pee?
Stop, bro. Chill, dude.
Okay, that's fine. You gotta pee?